Top of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Hope we're all having a fantastic day so far. I know I am. Beautiful day here in Palm Springs, 70 and sunny. We absolutely love the holidays here in the desert, man. So great seeing familiar faces. Our snowbirds are coming back. Just good times all around. And speaking of good people, good customers, look at this gift I just got from Ivan. Man, just when you thought those Olmec kids were the sickest things you've ever seen, he goes and one-ups himself with this little guy. So sick, man. Thank you so much. This is definitely like the coolest gift I've been given. This is super cool. Makes me almost forget that we're on a 4-game losing streak and probably going to miss the playoffs, but hey. Sick. So you guys see the tray, you know what we're doing. We're going to pick out some awesome Thanksgiving Day cigars. Now, the criteria for these is pretty simple and straightforward. They need to be a little bit bigger. They need to be a little bit heavier. That's really it. This time of year, you're going to spend a lot of time with friends and family. At least most of us do. And you're going to eat a lot of food. Again, just most of us. But I think we need to find some cigars that are pretty appropriate for that. And we will start with Ashton VSG Torpedo. Appropriate size. In fact, this is like one of my favorites. I do like the Illusion, but again, we're going slightly bigger, right? Because these are special moments with friends and family. You really want to take advantage. Some of these people we just don't get to see as often as we would like. Savor those moments, you know, get a slightly bigger cigar, really take your time, really enjoy that time. So right off rip, got to get that VSG in that lineup. The next one, I feel like we should do, although, okay, we should probably also stick with some nicer sticks, but we're going to do one for the budget guys. We're going to do one for the budget guys. The Gran Habano Corojo Maduro number 5 open foot double Corona. This guy, nice oily wrapper, huge open foot. Definitely packs a punch, some spicy wood notes. This dude right here, definitely good for the budget guys, right? If you're a bundle guy, you smoke like real budget options, that would be a very significant step up for you. And it's still, you know, even in California, $10. So I feel like that's being pretty realistic. Obviously, there's a lot of great options we can go with, right? There's all these great EP Crios, definitely plenty heavy, but we should probably do something a little bit bigger, just being honest. That's why I think even this guy, the Corojo, obviously the Maduro's heavier, but this guy is still good medium to full. But honestly, the flavor with this guy is just unmatched. It's such a great Corojo. I've been saying this all year, it feels like. I've recommended the heck out of this cigar. Doesn't disappoint, very consistent, very reliable. Still good baking spice notes, which I feel like just goes great with the holidays all together, right? All that cinnamon and nutmeg and just spicy wood. It's just great, man. So we're going to go with this guy as well. I mean, he looks a little bit lighter, but I promise, still packs a pretty significant punch. He's that double Corona size as well, so definitely a little bit longer. It's okay to spend a little bit more time, you know, especially this time of year, going with something. If you're a slower smoker and you're cracking that 2-hour mark, not a bad thing. And you already know we're going to throw one of these in there. The Olmec Maduro Double Corona. Exquisite cigar. I don't even know how many of these I've smoked, but honestly, I would smoke one of these anytime. Even during the holidays, even if it's a more special moment, I do not feel bad about reaching for an Olmec. It's just such a great cigar, so consistent. I feel like Foundation as a boutique brand is just really locking it in as like probably one of the most consistent boutiques there is. And this guy, of course, kind of just leading that way for him. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Now, probably give Foundation a little bit of a break there, although I could just go crazy with those. The Maximus, man. Great collaborative cigar. Definitely packs a punch. Definitely a lot more spice and pepper to it, which again, you know, after a nice big heavy meal, this guy packing that punch. Maybe you've got yourself a little after dinner drink. This guy's also pretty versatile on the pairings. Definitely something to consider, especially this double bellicoso size. Or number 10, I think. Yeah, I just call it the double bellicoso, but great big smoke, delicious. If you like Oliva, if you like Diamond Crown, I don't see why you wouldn't like this guy right here. Big, hearty, rich. That's a good spread, boys. That's a real good spread. But we can still keep it going a little bit better. Let's go. Bijou. I do personally like the box press torpedo a little bit more, but if I'm following my own rule, going a little bit longer, the Churchill's great. And honestly, the transition for like that last third, really, really nice. The pepper does ramp up a little bit, but you do get this really heavy dark chocolate note. Honestly, it's just the best. Everyone loves the Bijous. There's no reason you wouldn't like the Churchill Bijou. Still consistent, still reliable. And honestly, you know, for a lot of people, this is still, you know, in that feasible range of like being a daily smoke. So you're still not getting too crazy. Bijou. That's a good lineup. I might just smoke all these for Thanksgiving myself, honestly. And, you know, I'm real good on the judge, man. I'm real over that right now. Melanio, Maduro. Let's go 660. We don't have any 660s, but we got to go Melanio. You got to have one of those in there. These box press Maduros are just exquisite. I know I just did a video on these. Some of you might be sick of seeing them, but killer smoke, man. Just a great cigar. Definitely worthy of the lineup. Definitely worthy. And I feel we've been pretty responsible up until this point. Like, really, these aren't splurges. Maybe for some people, these are considered splurges, but these are just really awesome, consistent, reliable cigars that you can find at plenty of different brick and mortars, even online. So, I mean, this is definitely being realistic, but I would like to add definitely some slightly just nicer sticks, to be honest. Like this guy. This guy for sure. Padron, number 4, Maduro. It's like 6 1/8, I think. It's like 6 1/8 by 60. Again, this nice box press, but just delicious. And again, you know how the Padrones draw. You straight cut this guy. It's just absolute smoke, absolute chimney. So we're definitely going to throw one of these guys on there for sure. I mean, knowing me, you know I'm not going to have a lineup of any kind without at least a Padron in there. And this guy's pretty appropriate. Again, I hardly ever smoke these 4s, but when the occasion calls for it, bam. Oh, you know what? We are going to do another foundation. Because it's the 10-year. This is appropriate, right? Beautiful wrappers. Just an exquisite cigar. The 7x58 Solomon. Definitely a very, very solid Thanksgiving Day smoke. Look at that. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And then we're gonna have to definitely do, I mean, you already know we're doing another Padron. That 80-year Maduro. I've got so many of these that have been aged. That cello is absolutely just that dark rust orange color. I'm so tempted to dip into them. I might smoke one Thanksgiving Day. We will see. They've definitely got years of age on them. So sick. Such a good cigar anyway. And those have been aging for so long. Give me a different one. Yeah, there we go. That's the money. Perfect. And again, at the end of the day, the most important thing, like, let's be honest, the most important thing is that you're enjoying your cigar and the time that you're spending with those around you. That's the most important thing. If it's a tiny little Connecticut, then it's a tiny little Connecticut. But most of us, at least most of the people that follow me on this channel, we're pretty avid smokers. Like, we're smoking stuff like this all day regardless. So this just makes more sense. But got to have that 80-year, definitely nicer. Again, if you don't ever splurge, then I really encourage you to splurge. Because remember, we don't know how long we're here, right? You got to take advantage of every day. And if you're lucky enough to spend Thanksgiving with your family and you've got like a big family and you know you have a lot to be thankful for, definitely splurge, man. What is 30 or 40 bucks? Like, seriously, for you to really savor that moment. Just my opinion. But man, what an absolutely amazing lineup. And of course, I know we want to stay away from the Dominican stuff. I want to stay away from the Dominican stuff. I feel like we should have some tot. Oh, heck. You know what? What better time for the A Uno? Yep, that's a done deal. Got to have some tot. And again, you know, more of a medium plus option, but just the length. This thing's like 9.5, man. Like, look at it. Right? Big boy. Definitely, I think we can make him fit the criteria for this video. But really what I wanted to add, to be honest with you, was one of the Anejos, man. You got to do... I don't really have any of the big ones right now. Kind of sold out of them. But if I had to pick... Meh. There we go. At least the 55. Bigger ring gauge, torpedo. But this is just a delicious smoke. If you haven't smoked an Anejo, then honestly, maybe you should pass on some of the Nicaraguan stuff and try to grab one of these guys. They're not going to be the cheapest things in the world. They're usually going to be 20 bucks at least. But honestly, if you really want something special, you want something different, you want one of the most unique Maduros on the market without like breaking the bank, this is probably something to consider, not gonna lie. It's a great smoke. This is a pretty gnarly lineup. Definitely all very appropriate Thanksgiving Day smokes. And you can even just kind of follow this format too. Like say you're at a place that has literally none of these options. I mean, I'm not sure how you would manage to do that, but let's just say you did. Just grab like something slightly bigger, double Corona or a Gordo, Maduro wrapper, fuller body, and just call it a day. And I think that would definitely be very appropriate for a heavier meal. Again, we're all eating different stuff for the most part, right? Everyone has like certain family dishes that come out around the holidays. So, you know, you do get your traditional turkey and stuffing and all that good stuff, but remember, we're all just gonna eat a lot. And you don't necessarily need the cigar to pair with the meal, but after the fact, you just need something nice and super relaxing. And these are all going to fit that bill just fine. Absolutely awesome. Maybe a honorable mention of some kind, maybe? Honorable mention? Belas Artes. Certainly be an honorable mention. You got some New Worlds also. They might fly as that, you know. You could probably reason honorable mention for those little guys as well. Still great cigars. Again, they don't really break the bank. It's just tried to be a little bit more special for the holidays. You know what I mean? But yes, that'll probably be where we leave it off with this. This is the official lineup right there for your Thanksgiving Day smokes. Something for everyone. If you've been smoking cigars for a while, let's be honest, there's something for you in that lineup. If you get a chance, hope you can find one of these, give it a go. But nonetheless, I really just hope each and every one of you enjoys your holidays, especially Thanksgiving, especially Christmas, very special times of the year, especially with all the craziness in the world today. It's good just to kind of step back, relax, and spend some quality time with people we care about. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I will say I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. I appreciate all the support as always. If you do have any questions at all, always feel free to leave a comment. I do also keep the email and phone number in the description of every single video, so feel free to reach out that way as well. And the last thing I will leave you with is I will say I've been starting live streams. I've been trying to get people from YouTube over to Twitch. I do hate Twitch. I think it's one of the worst platforms on earth, but YouTube hates what I do. So I'm kind of in a tough spot. And Twitch seemed like the best idea. Rumble doesn't have hardly any audience. Kind of same thing with Kick and Party and some of these others. They just don't have a good audience yet. So I've been, just using Twitch in the meantime. If you feel so inclined, I understand you might have to make an account to sign up, but I'm doing live Q&As 5 days a week over there if you're interested at all. But yeah, do appreciate you guys. If you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Helps me out a ton, helps the business out a ton, and it's free. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Have a good Thanksgiving, and we will see you in the next one.